Okay, today we're going to go through filling out a green sheet. Please remember that green sheets are due right following attorney approval, so make sure that you're completing them in a timely manner. As you can see here, we're going to start right from our MyKW homepage. Within the eEdge control panel, you'll see My Transactions, and we're going to click on Start Each Transaction. This is going to take us to our .loop homepage, and for this particular green sheet, it is for Test Loop 123 Main Street. So what you'll do is click on the appropriate address that you're submitting the green sheet for on your loop homepage. Once you do so, right underneath the loop name, you'll see View Details, and you'll click on that. Scroll to the bottom of this page where it says Submit to Green Sheet. Click on that, and the green sheet will open in a new tab. Sometimes it takes a moment to load. All right, so here's our green sheet. We're going to start with general information in the top section. So right here, you'll fill out if it's residential or commercial. Contract date is here. So since we just got attorney approval, we're going to say that the close date is scheduled for usually about 2 months out, and this can be found on the contract as well. So we're going to say that this one's scheduled for March 31st. Right down in the transaction section, this is where you'll choose if it's a buy sale or both. This is if you have or in a Keller Capital District agent have a deal in your agent, you will the green sheet for both of the deal. So we're going to just that this is a listing sold. Right here under class, you can select if it's a lease, a property, or other. We're going to say that this is a property for this. Here under listing source, if you'd like to track where your listings are coming from, you can select one of these and then revert to it at a date. I'm just going to leave it as select for now. Property type, you'll choose resale, new home, lot, farm and ranch, or lease. So for this one, we're just going to say that it's a regular resale. Since it is 123 Main Street, you'll see that this is already pre-populated. The MLS number will be there, as well as the basic demographic information, the street name, the address, and the county. This is the price information. So this is a very important section, obviously. We're going to say that this particular house sold for $200,000. Then on the deal, we're going to say that 6%, 3% will come to us since we're the listing agent. So we're going to click image and then enter 3.5%. As you can see here, it automatically populates the GCI of $7,000. If this were a deal with seller concessions, let's say that the sale price is $200,000, $5,000 seller concessions. If you'd like to take the volume at $200,000, what you can do is manually calculate commission on this. So what you can do here, pull up your calculator. The commission instance with a concession will be based on $190,000, so you can take that, multiply that by 3.5% that you charged on the listing side, and you're $6,825. So rather than doing the percentage, you would click here and click flat, and then enter 825. We're going to say that Pioneer, our escrow depository bank, is holding an escrow deposit of $2,000 for this deal. So we're going to enter the information as well. So we're going to say that the Joneses are buying this house. Next, the seller section, we're going to say that the Smiths are selling it to them. You can put all this information, you can put it in time not required. Only things that are in red and field. This is the most important and the one that some people may have problems figuring out, and this is the agent detail section. It'll automatically come up KW agent or in your account. You'll select if you're the buyer specialist, the individual agent, the lead agent. So in this instance, we're the listing agent, so we're going to select listing specialist. If you're on the buy side of the deal, you can select a buy specialist. Individual agent and lead agent are for teams. The type of transaction it is a listing. The agency, we're on the seller side. Once again, if you have a dual transaction, you would put the other agent on, and I will show you how to do that later. Since it's a listing, we're right here with listing units. So each unit, regardless of how you're set up, has to be equal 1. So if you were splitting this with another agent, you would be 0.5 and then 0.5 over there. So this always has to equal 1. As you can see, the written volume pre-populates. You cannot change that. That's the base section above with the selling price. The gross commission will auto-populate to $68.25, as you can see there. And then if you're not capped, you will change this section right here to split with market center rather than 100% to agent. Right here, your associate commission split percentage will populate. In this instance, we're at 70%. Right down here is our agent royalty, which is always 6%, and that's the fee that goes to Keller Williams International that's capped at $3,000. So we're going to select that we're not capped on royalty. And right here, as you can see, you cannot change that figure. That is automatically calculated, and in this instance, it's $409.50. Right here, you're going to see your agent's 1099 income, which is $4,368 so far. We are now down to the donation section. In this instance, you do have to enter at least one number in all of 4 of these boxes. It can be a 0. We are looking for 100% participation with KW Cares, so even if you can only donate 50 cents or $1 on each transaction, we greatly appreciate that, and every little bit helps. So in this instance, on this green sheet, I'm going to give $1 to each one of these. So you can just type in 1, 0, 50 cents, whatever it is that you'd like to donate. Go down here to the bottom and click on Next Section. Before doing so, though, we're going to take a look at the net agent check, which in this instance is $4,364. Please note that this is always $20 off due to the E&O transaction fee. The E&O transaction fee is $20 per property, $10 per lease. So if you see that your net agent income here is $4,364, the net check for you will actually be $4,344. Click here for Next Section. This is a very important part for recruiting. The co-broker section right here, you can enter their information. And if you've spoken to that agent about Keller Williams, we'd like you to fill out this section so that Carrie, our team leader, can reach out to them. Click here for Next Section. And this is the vendor section. So you can enter the mortgage company information, the closing company information, or the home warranty information, all in this section. And again, it's not required, but you can revert back to it if you ever need to. Lastly, the notes section. Here you can enter any notes that you may have, and if there are any, the MCA will receive them. To submit the green sheet, you'll scroll all the way to the bottom, and this green button here, click Submit to MCA. You'll see a pop-up, and then you will hit Submit Green Sheet once again. And then once it's submitted successfully, you'll get this status up at the top, partially accepted. Now it's out of your hands, and the MCA has received the green sheet.